palette. Feels really good. I don't even want to stop. Wow. Hello everyone and welcome to The Creative Urge. My name is Austin and today I have a Marshall's haul for you. I was supposed to be going grocery shopping, which I did, but I just happened to fumble into Marshall's and I happened to buy a bunch of things that I didn't need. I mean, when do you ever go into Marshall's or TJ Maxx actually looking for something and only buy what you came there for? I love all of the variety of products are there, and I love all the deals that you can get for the beauty items and the makeup especially. So I figured I'd show you what I got. We can take a look at it together and maybe try a few things and see if they're any good. The first thing I got was the Zimba Minty Teeth Whitening Strips. The treatments take about 30 minutes. There's 14 treatments in here. They say that they're good for sensitive teeth. I have very sensitive teeth, soft teeth, and I just figured I could use a few more shades of whitening, and they were only $12.99, so if they don't work, no harm, no foul. They do have hydrogen peroxide in here. It's one of the last ingredients, but there's not many ingredients, so I like to see that as a teeth whitening ingredient. Something that's interesting in here, it's called PVP-K30 and PVP-K90. We'll see how these go, and if they don't work, whatever, it didn't break the bank. The next thing I got was this Lindo Blackout blackhead tweezer. I love those nasty videos on the internet of people popping blackheads. I love it so much. And you really shouldn't extract your own blackheads. Apparently you should get them professionally done. I do it anyways, but I've been squeezing them for years, and then I have this like little tool that you press. It's like a little lasso. I just figured this would be a little bit better because you're not pressing that lasso on your skin, and you can kind of just extract them using the little tweezers. So I figured I'd have a little fun with these if I have any blackheads in the future, and they were $3.99. So I'm going to add them right into my little beauty toolkit in the bathroom and go to town. I'm so excited to try these. Another thing I got was a little item for my boyfriend. This was on clearance. This is the Pearl Essence Cold Therapy Facial Beauty Globes. You put them in the freezer or the fridge, and it's supposed to depuff your face, and you're supposed to like rub them all over your face. They were $8. He was looking for something like this to depuff his face, so I don't know if he's going to be too cool for school to try these, but if he doesn't, at least I have them for me. Another thing that I got, and I apologize, the box was a bit destroyed when I bought it, and so I took the stuff out, but this is the Rose Quartz Gua Sha Massager Set. They were $12.99, and it came with this little bag here, and you get 2 gua shas in here. You get this shape right here. It's kind of like a heart shape, and then there's this shape here that kind of looks like a foot to me, and you use this for lymphatic drainage in your face as well. I've been using a jade roller for 2-3 months, and I've noticed that it's actually lifted my hooded eyes, it's lifted my face, and I do like the depuffing of when I put it in the freezer. So I figured I would try these out to see if I like them better. I figured that maybe being able to glide them across the skin, it would be a lot easier. Plus, especially on this tool, there's like a little ridge in here, so you can get right between the brows where people tend to hold a lot of tension, and right up against the jawline, because apparently if you drain the fluid out of them, some people report that they have a more defined jawline. And I'm actually hoping this might help with some of my teeth grinding at night, because my jaw tightens and I grind my teeth because I have some stress and anxiety. I had to get a mouth guard as a result, so I'm hoping that this will help as well. We'll try these out. I'm really excited, and I'm wondering if they'll replace my jade roller. These were the makeup related products I got. So one thing that I love about TJ Maxx and Marshalls is they have BH Cosmetics. I love BH Cosmetics. It is one of my favorite makeup brands of all time for very affordable, high quality makeup. I got both of these blush palettes for $4 each. These are the Vanilla Cream Truffle and the Chocolate Cherry Truffle blush palettes. Just look at how gorgeous these look together. And I think I'm going to depot these. I love depotting makeup so much, and kind of create my own blush palette with them because I think they're just so stunning and they look so beautiful together. And this one actually does smell like vanilla. Ooh, and this one does smell like chocolate cherry, a little bit more cherry than chocolate. And since I cannot have too much blush and also too much BH Cosmetics, I did get the Doja Cat Flora collab that they did together. And I'm pretty sure I got these for like $4.99, the same as these. They might have been a little bit more than that. I don't have my receipt anymore. I threw my receipt out immediately because I'm keeping all this stuff. But really, really beautiful blushes here. I'm so excited to use these. And honestly, I think these would work on like light skin and deeper skin, which I like. And similar to the other ones, I think I'm gonna take these out of here and just create a little palette with them because they're absolutely stunning. I'm so happy to have these. These were the grand finale finds of everything that I got. They are luxury products. So the first thing I got was the Anastasia Subculture palette. I don't know if anybody remembers, but when this palette came out, there was an uproar. People said it was patchy. The shades blended away. It wasn't good quality. They didn't last throughout the day. So I'm sure they had a huge overstock of all of these and they ended up at TJ Maxx. I've seen these across the years and I think once people got like the first impression of this and all the buzz got around, people just didn't want it. But I think it's absolutely stunning and I'm really curious to try it out in this video for you guys because this color story is just so beautiful, so edgy, so different. Like I don't own anything like this and the Anastasia formula tends to be pretty good, so I'm curious to see if this is gonna make me mad. It was on sale for $15. I mean, the original price of this, what do they usually end up like 50 bucks, something like that. Anastasia palettes, they tend to be up there, but for $15, I mean, this was a steal. And of course the velvet is just absolutely wonderful. And it comes with a brush inside. This is the grand finale item, and this is the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega Bronze Coconut Perfect Tan Bronzer. And it's in this beautiful white compact, and it was $4. I don't know why. There's literally nothing wrong with it. So I'm not sure why it was marked down to $4. I don't know if it's just that bad of a product or maybe it just was there for a while and nobody bought this, but I've never tried anything Marc Jacobs. I don't have that kind of wallet. I don't want to have that kind of wallet. I think a lot of expensive makeup can be a little gimmicky. So I'm going to see if this is any good and if it's worth the $4. I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start with the eyes. We're gonna go in with the Subculture palette and we're gonna see if it is any good. I am gonna put a little base on my eyes because I do that with all eyeshadow regardless if it's luxury or not. Always put a base down to do some color correcting and to help the shadow stick. They did say, I remember back when, that these are a little bit dusty and powdery, so I think having a wet base will be really good for them to stick. I'm just gonna go in with a super fluffy brush. This is the Sephora Collection crease brush. What I want to do is go into this acidy color Edge. I love this like kind of acidy yellow color, and we're just going to build this up on the outer crease. It's sticking really well. It's not patchy. I love the shade. I like how it leans a little bit green. I have nothing like this in my collection that I can think of. I'm sure if I went through my palettes, I could find something. Maybe in my BH Avocado palette, but it's really stunning. Now I think I'm gonna go into New Wave. It kind of leans a little bit more orange than Edge, and I'm just gonna put that in the front of my eye here. Yeah, these are blending really nicely. That shade didn't give me a hard time either, but these are the lighter shades, so it's hard to mess up lighter shades. So now I'm gonna take a little packing brush and I'm gonna go into Rowdy. It's the deepest shade in here, this purple. Purples are really hard to make and they tend to be really patchy, so I'm actually curious if this was the shade that everybody was like really mad about. Oh wow, that is rich. That is some pigment, y'all. It doesn't seem to be patchy putting it on. So we're gonna go back into that blending brush and see if we can blend it out. I'm like praying it blends out. You definitely have to work to blend it. It might be a tiny bit patchy. I don't think it's terrible. I've definitely used worse eyeshadows in my time. Maybe that's why people are mad. People don't want to work for stuff. So now what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go into this beautiful green shimmer shade. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. There's like yellow and pink and green in here. I love these kinds of shades. And I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. And of course I'm gonna wet my brush. And put, oh, are you seeing that? Oh my gosh. It's nice because it's very pigmented, the shimmer, so you can almost do like a cut crease. And then I'm just gonna use that purple brush just to kind of blend out the edges a little bit, but holy cow. And I love how layering over the purple, you're getting more of like a deeper green here. I mean, this shade alone makes it worth the $15 in my opinion. And like the palette definitely has a little bit of fallout, but like nothing crazy. I mean, these are Anastasia shadows. You can't just go in and like bang your brush in there or it's gonna be everywhere. There's a lot of pigment in these suckers. Like you don't need to go in heavily. Let's go in with Cube. Oh, wow. And there's like some pink in it and it complements the pink in that electric shade so well. It's almost like picking up a little bit red. I don't know if you can see that on camera. I actually might use this as highlighter on my face. This is so bright and beautiful, and I love how it's like still light and it has pink, but it's almost picking up a little bit red, and I don't have another color like this in my collection. Same with this electric shade on the lid. I have nothing like that in my collection. And I have a lot of makeup. Maybe one of these days I'll show you what I have. If you guys are interested, I can do like a little bit of a makeup tour. I think I'm gonna go into Fudge and just pack that down here. Whew, that's pigmented. Wow. I am not used to using these quality of shadows. I mean, I have quality shadows, don't get me wrong, but these are just like pigment. Like pigment. I mean, what more could you want from a palette? I mean, even if some of the shades were patchy or not great. I mean, again, for the price tag, like maybe that's why people are mad. But haters hate. I love this palette. Okay, I'm going to just do the rest of my face makeup, the other eye and everything, and I'll be right back to try the blushes and the bronzer together. Okay, we are back and I have the rest of my makeup on my face. Let us go into the blushes now. I only have one face, clearly. I want to go into the Doja Cats. The Vanilla Truffles I've already tried before, but I want something a little more I think I'm gonna go into this one in the center right here from the Peony palette. Ooh. These are a little dusty and the pigment is definitely there, so just be careful. I like it because it complements the inner corner of the eye, and I like to bring it just kind of blend the edge of the eyeshadow out too and kind of bring it up the temple, just to kind of lift the face. This blends out so beautifully. Let's do the other side. I love this color. Wow, Doja Cat, you knew what you were doing. I like to put just a little bit on my nose just to bring some color. Part of me almost wants to put the berry like really close to the hairline. Should we go into this berry here? All right, I'm gonna do it just to kind of create a really beautiful ombre kind of gradient. Just snatches me up even more. And they are definitely blending out, so I definitely think like this could be for anybody. Now to highlight the face, I want to go back into Subculture and go into Cube down here, that lightest shade. I think that'll look really beautiful as a highlight. Do the expensive setting spray. This is from Bella Beauty Bar. I love it so much. I wish you could open the bottle to refill it. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but it's so beautiful. There's a matte and a dewy one, and I love both. And let's just, ooh. That is so pretty. It's almost like a red highlight. Like, I don't know if it's picking up on camera that way. This is so unique, and it's crazy that it's like light enough for my skin, but it's still showing up red. Not emphasizing any texture at all either. It's a very smooth, it's not glittery. It's just very smooth and highlighty. Look at my tip of my nose. We're gonna go into the Marc Jacobs bronzer now. I'm like kind of scared because it was $4. I just know how expensive it can be, so the fact that it was $4 just alarms me. Everybody take a deep breath. Let's go. Just stamp it and see. Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, there is a lot of kickback in the pan if you swirl your brush. It's pretty. Laying down smoothly. Let's see how much of a build I can get. Yeah, it's there for sure. I mean, it's beautiful. It's very similar to my Physicians Formula, like it's blending out nicely. The color is really pretty for my skin tone. Definitely for lighter skin people. This is not gonna build enough for darker skin people. And it does build. It definitely does build. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. I mean, for $4, this is nice. I don't know if this is anything more special than Physicians Formula. Like, I think if you were gonna buy this at full price, you're buying the packaging and the name for sure. But if you're at TJ Maxx or Marshalls and you just happen to see this and it's cheap, I would buy it, and I did. And I love it. I realized I forgot to put lashes on. I'll be right back. Let me put some lashes on and we'll go through everything and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, everyone, here is the final look using all of our new products. I figured I'd do a little bit of a breakdown of each item for you. I'm not gonna go through the beauty items because we did not test those on camera, but let's go through the makeup items. So the Truffles collection is so stunning. They're very wearable, easy to blend, easy to build. They smell delicious, and I'm just excited to depot these and put them in my kit. Doja Cat, this collection, I have to say I'm the most impressed by this. I mean, the depth of pigment here is so beautiful and it blends out so easily. I even used this shade to put in the pockets of my cheeks and it blended out so beautifully and created a nice ombre effect. I mean, these are just the star item of the BH blushes. I think these are just so beautiful. BH Cosmetics, again, they just do it right. They do really great beauty and it's very affordable. Everything is pigmented. I've never bought anything from BH that I didn't like. And I have a lot of BH Cosmetics makeup. So I'm really excited. If you see these, please pick these up. You won't regret it. The next thing, the Anastasia Subculture palette. I'm sorry, but this is a stunning palette. I love it. And to be honest, all the shades worked so beautifully. I did have a hard time with Rowdy a little bit, but I noticed on this eye when I was doing that off camera that if you just pack it a little bit and blend, you're better off than like really dipping your brush in there and packing it on, because it's gonna be a lot patchier and it's gonna be harder to blend out. But honestly, for $15, it's just beyond. I mean, I would pay full price for this. I think the color story is so unique and it's versatile. I could see you doing like a look like I did today that's a little bit edgier, and you could also do every day with this. Also, looking at the shades, like Roxy could be used as blush. Fudge and Dawn, you can kind of mix them together to create a beautiful bronzer or a contour. Cube worked so well as a highlight and in the inner corner. I don't think this is picking up on camera the way it is in person, but it's almost like a red highlight, and I just think that is so unique. I don't have anything like that, and I think this is just going to be flattering on all skin tones too. The depth of the color, it blends out. I mean, I just think this is incredible. Please let me know if you have this or if you've tried it and what your thoughts are. I'm kind of sad. Like, I just wish this palette was more successful because I just love it so much. This is absolutely one of my favorite palettes officially in my entire collection, so I am very happy to have this, and I very much recommend that you go and get this before they're out. And the final item, the Marc Jacobs bronzer for $4. I mean, it's a beautiful bronzer. It blended out nicely. The shade was very flattering. The packaging is cute. The pan is huge, so it'll last you forever. But I don't think it was anything special. To be honest, I prefer my Physicians Formula to this. Off camera, I was playing with my Physicians Formula a little bit right here. And to be honest, it just builds a little bit better than the Marc Jacobs. I'm able to get a little bit more dimension in my cheeks. And the Marc Jacobs does build a little bit, but it's not giving me enough. You know, if you're looking for a bronzer and you just happen to stumble upon it at TJ Maxx and it's $20 or below, I would get it. Anything more than that, I wouldn't. I don't think this is offering you anything special, and I just think the Physicians Formula is better than this. Additionally, if you swirl your brush in here, it creates so much kickback, so you have to be really careful. I do like the big mirror in it for traveling. I'm really happy to have it, and for $4, I'm putting it in my kit. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me. I had a blast. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I actually want to hit up TJ Maxx because I haven't been there in quite a bit, so maybe there'll be a part 2 of this video. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Also, let me know if you've tried any of these products down below. I'm really curious, especially if you guys have tried the Marc Jacobs or the Subculture. Also, let me know if there was any amazing beauty finds that you found at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. If you like what you saw today, please consider subscribing watching, like the video. It'll make sure that you don't miss any of my future uploads. And with that, I will see you very soon in an upcoming video. Mwah! Bye everyone.